direction.
Yeah, leading up to
Mine
yeah.
It's so funny.
I had to write off Aries as well.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, sorry.
You're like, where are we facing? I'm a Taurus. We got
Oh.
grounded vibes.
I'm a Taurus. My policies are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all the water signs.
Yes.
Just together.
Yeah, I love it. Today's theme is zodiac, so no. So we'll get started with our yoga flow and sound healing class. Again, my name is Nikki. We have our 45 minutes of our gentle yoga flow, and then we'll get our 15-minute sound bath healing. And if any poses don't feel great, if you're tired, you want to take a child's pose, you just do you and do what feels best for your body today. And first, any special requests, anything feeling particularly tight, otherwise we'll just hit full body. Full body, we'll get like New Year vibes, so perfect. New beginnings. And speaking of which, we will say our name and our intention, and I'm just gonna go with that, Nikki and New Beginnings.
I love that. I'm gonna say it too. I'm Sarah, and new beginnings, but also grace, like giving myself grace. This crazy world.
Yes.
I'm Keisha, and New Beginnings, and I like Grace too.
All right, New Beginnings and Grace it is. We're all on the same page. So we'll start flat on our back. We'll have a nice class so we have our bodies feeling like a new beginning. So we'll begin with some slow windshield wipers side to side. Just pulling the knees either direction. And just really allowing this hour to be a fresh start for your mind, your body. And know that even with each breath is a new beginning and a new choice. We'll get one more windshield wiper here. Taking your left ankle outside of your right knee. Exhale and pull that right knee towards the floor and just holding here for a few breaths. Really just allowing the rest of your day to melt away. Giving yourself grace. No matter what you did today, it was enough. And then gently we'll switch to the right ankle outside the left knee. Exhale, pull that left knee towards the floor. And again, just taking some slow, clearing breaths. Giving yourself lots of compassion. Knowing that in every day, in every moment, you are doing your best. And in this hour, you get to take care of you. Unwind from that little windshield wiper. Tuck your hips and then bend your right knee. Exhale, pull that right knee into the chest and hold at the bottom here. For just about 3 or 4 breaths, softening the upper body, and with every exhale, try to draw that right knee in just a little closer. Placing your right foot down, switching to your left side, grab your left knee. Exhale, draw that left knee towards the chest, hold at the bottom for about 3 breaths here. Feeling the weight of your torso against the ground. Feeling your hip already opening up. Letting go of that left foot. Right leg comes up straight to the sky. Grabbing the back of your calf. Exhale, draw that right shin towards your chest and hold at the bottom. Again, just about 3 breaths here. Trying to keep that tailbone glued to the ground. With every exhale, try to draw that shin just a bit closer. Gently release the right leg and then switch to the left side, hamstring stretch. Grabbing the left calf and then exhale, pull that shin towards your forehead and hold. Taking one more big breath here. Drop dropping the left foot to the floor. Right ankle crosses the left shin. Supine figure 4 on this side. Again, exhale, draw the right shin towards your chest and just hold at the bottom, stretching out that right hip. You can even close your eyes and still just unsettling from the day. With every exhale, letting go of what's behind you. Get one more breath on this right side. Gently release, and then left leg crosses. Supine figure 4 on the left. Exhale, draw that left shin towards your chest. Use the left elbow to press that knee away. Taking one more breath here. Releasing that foot, coming flat onto your back, and then gently coming up into our seated cross shin position here. Crossing one leg over the other with our spinal twist. Tall chest, exhale, twist, look over that opposite shoulder. Inhale through the center and switching sides, exhale, twist. Coming back to the center, one side bend each way. Exhale, side bend, reaching that arm. We're gonna hold for about 10 seconds at the bottom. Really reach that lat towards the ear. Keep both of your glutes planted into the floor for 3, 2, 1, and gently switch to the other side. Inhale to the center, exhale, side bend. Holding at the bottom for about 10 seconds. Stretching that arm, keeping that chest tall towards the ceiling. Coming back to the center. One more in this cross shin position. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. And then gently kind of sway side to side. Inching your hands across and making a little semicircle each direction. Holding for about a second at the end of each semicircle. Reaching that arm long and feeling your spine opening up, your hips opening up. Last one to this side. Coming back to the center. And one more round of that, simply with the other shin in front, just to even us out here. We'll repeat all 3. Exhale, look over that opposite shoulder twist. Inhale through the center. Exhale, other side twist. Inhale to the center. One side bend each way. Exhale, side bend. Reach the arm up to the ear, hold for about 10 seconds. Make sure both glutes stay glued to the ground. Keep your chest tall, reach that arm long. And gently switch to the other side. Exhale, side bend, reach, stretching out that spine with that side bend. One more breath here. Back to the center and one more set of that forward fold with that side to side semicircle, reaching over one knee and then inching forward through the center, inching over the other knee, just allowing the spine, the hips, the lower backs to open up. Great job with the breath. Continue to breathe. About one more breath each direction. last one here. Coming into a seated position. Feet, tailbone glued to the ground, feet outside the mat. Some tall windshield wipers. Exhaling, pulling that knee towards the floor. And then inhaling through the center, pulling the other knee to the ground, holding for a brief moment, and continuing at your own pace. Really trying to pull that inner knee to the middle of the mat, and then drive that outer knee wide to the side. Feeling that deep stretch underneath the glute into that hip socket. Again, last one here. Feet come to the center, fingertips facing backwards, little shoulder stretch. Exhale, drop your elbows to the back of the room, and then using your core just to take any tension off of the shoulders. We're active with the core. Exhale, try to sit a little bit lower, and you'll feel an intense stretch. Not too much. Hold for about 10 more seconds. Big belly breaths here. One more breath. Coming up to the top, one more hip stretch on each side. Tall figure four. Getting yourself as tall as you can up on your fingertips, crossing your right ankle, and then trying to get your chest as tall as you can up to that shin. Pulling your spine tall, breathing here for 20 seconds. Great job with the breath. Try to get that chest even closer to the leg with keeping your spine flat. Gently release that ankle and switch to the other side. One side may feel tighter than the other. For me, that's my left. So just giving yourself that grace. Breathe into that side. Try to keep yourself centered against that leg. About a 20-second hold, keeping both glutes glued to the ground. Tall chest as you reach your chest towards that shin. Pull your spine tall. One last breath here. Releasing that ankle, and one more shoulder stretch, this time fingertips facing forward. You'll be able to get a little bit lower. Exhale, slowly roll down, letting those elbows come to the back of the room. You're using your core just to hold you up slightly so that not all of the pressure is on those shoulders. Try to really relax into this stretch. It's an intense one. Feeling core holding your body up. 10 more seconds. One last breath. Coming out of that shoulder stretch and into our first cat-cow of the day, coming into our hands and our knees here. Starting with an exhale, rounding up to the top, pulling the shoulder blades apart. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Continuing at your own pace with your exhale as you round. Feel free to close your eyes. Inhales as you arch. About 30 seconds of our cat-cow, just waking up that spine. Seeing how high and how low you can get in either direction. Last one here. Inching our hands all the way forward into a puppy dog. 30-second hold, letting that chest drop towards the ground. Exhale and try to open those shoulders, surrender as we hit every joint today. We'll get a true full body stretch to give our body and our mind that fresh start, that fresh beginning. Inching to one side of your mat. Left one thumb up and let that shoulder drop towards the floor. Just about a 10-second hold here. And gently inch to the other side of the mat. We're gonna get a couple reps each direction. Other thumb up, exhale, drop that shoulder. Staying here for just about one breath. Inching back to the center, letting the chest drop again. 30-second holds, and we'll get one more round on each of those sides. Just noticing if that upper back is already opening up just from those different positions. One more breath here. Inching one more time to each side, just for one breath each, one arm long, thumb is up, exhale, drop that shoulder towards the ground. Inhale through the center, last one on the other side, arm is straight. Exhale, let that shoulder drop down. Coming back to the center. One more round of our cat-cow for 30 seconds. Beginning with an exhale, rounding up to the top, already feeling the shoulders more open. And an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. And continuing at your own pace the next 30 seconds as we move through this cat-cow. Opening up the spine, allowing that energy to flow through you. Last one here, reaching your right arm underneath your left, thread the needle, holding at the bottom for about 30 seconds on this side. Allow your head to rest heavy. Reach that right pinky finger away and breathe into that right shoulder blade. Big deep breaths, expanding that side. And then gently switch to the other side, reaching the left arm underneath and through. Drop that shoulder blade. Trying to open that shoulder, open your chest towards the ceiling. 30-second hold. Big deep breaths here. We're gonna get a couple shoulder openers. One more breath. Coming back to the center, rolling down to your stomach into our scorpion position, arms to the side. Bend your left leg, your left elbow, and open up that right, or that left hip, rolling onto that right shoulder. Now we're getting our shoulder stretch. You'll notice in the opposite direction than we just did. So first we rounded that shoulder, and now we're opening the shoulder. Opening through the lower back as well. Keeping that right palm flat into the floor. One more breath here. Gently rolling over, switching to the left side. So bend your right knee, right elbow, opening kick. Now opening that left shoulder, opening that left spine. Breathing here for just about 30 seconds. Feeling that body opening up. Breathe into that lower left belly. Keep that left palm flat into the floor. One more breath here. coming back to the center, pressing up into that tabletop once again. One more round of those two movements, starting with our thread the needle. Now we're rounding through that shoulder, right side thread the needle, and just notice if that side even feels more open on round number 2. See, and if you would like, you can add a bind by reaching the left arm behind you for our second round here. For a little deeper stretch, 30-second holds, breathe into that side. One last breath on this side. Switching sides, reaching the left arm underneath you, left arm thread the needle, noticing if this side feels more open than round number 1. Option to add a bind by reaching the right arm behind the back, little bonus. Opening that chest towards the ceiling, breathing into that left shoulder. Remember the breath, lead with that fresh breath. Releasing that side, coming back to the center, rolling down onto your stomach. One more round of that scorpion, starting with bending your left knee, left elbow, and then kicking up and over, stretching the right shoulder, opening that left hip. And just notice if you're able to get a little bit more range on the second round through. You soften into this shoulder and this spine stretch. Breathing into it, keeping that right palm flat into the floor. Breathe into that lower right side of your belly. And gently unwind, switching to the other side. One more repeat with the left arm straight, right arm bends, right leg bends, kicking up and over, opening up that spine and that shoulder blade. Big deep breaths here, trying to rotate onto that left shoulder, whatever your body can tolerate. One last breath here. Rolling out from that position, flat on our stomach. Tuck your toes, pressing up into an upward facing dog. And flip into our downward facing dog. There's a lot of great upper body openers there. We'll get into a few more upper body before our lower body in the second sequence. But first, taking a big deep breath, eyes gaze up to the top of your mat. Jump or step to your hands. Fingertips underneath your toes, spinal decompression. Pulling up for just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the fingertips, grab the elbows, exhale, forward fold, ragdoll, and sway side to side. For just a couple breaths here, let go of any thoughts. You can shake your head side to side, shake your ponytail. Release the elbows with your toes slightly in, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, until we get all the way up to the top. Upper body is going to rest heavy. Head is going to finish last. Fingertips pull towards the floor. And a couple side bends with the neck. Exhale, side bend the neck. Inhale through the center. And exhale, side bend the other way. One more each side, continuing with that breath. And last one this direction. Back to center. 2, looking over the shoulder, look over one shoulder. Inhale through the center, look over the other shoulder. One more each way, keep pulling those fingertips down. Last one the other way, you might feel a little numbness or pulling, that's okay. Back to center, last one for the neck, hands behind the head. Everything else stays still, just gently bring the chin to your chest. Elbows come down, holding for about 10 seconds here. Breathe into that upper back. One more breath. And last one, pull the fingertips back down. Lift the chin up. And then gently tuck the chin, swan dive all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, reversing your way down to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, inch your hands into your high plank, inch your feet back, vinyasa to upward facing dog. And flip the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. We're gonna get one more round, a little variation of that. Taking just one inhale here. Exhale, release. Eyes gaze up to the top of your mat. Jump or step to your hands. Fingertips underneath your toes. 5-second spinal decompression, pulling up to the top. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the fingertips, grab the elbows, exhale, forward fold, ragdoll, and then gently sway side to side. Exhale, melt over those legs. Maybe shake your head up and down. Shake it side to side. One more breath here. Gently release the elbows and rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Once again, really try to tuck your belly button in towards your spine. Head is going to finish heavy. Arms by your side. And this time we're going to do 3 slow neck circles instead of side to side. So chin down to your chest. And at your own pace, 3 slow full neck circles each direction. Take your time, you can move at my pace or your own. I will let you know when to switch sides. Trying to keep the whole rest of your body still. And imagine any tension or pressure just exiting through the breath as you roll out that neck. Oh, one more circle here. Let out any sounds, any breath that feels good. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Reverse directions. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. Sighing it out. Beautiful. Keep breathing into that upper back. 2 more slow circles. Keep the whole upper body still. Keep pulling those fingertips towards the floor. One more slow neck circle here. Once that chin finishes down to the center, swan dive, roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the floor. Once your hands get to your toes, inch forward into your high plank, inch your feet back wherever they need to meet for that high plank. Vinyasa to upward facing dog. And sit the hips back, child's pose, brief reset. Let that chest rest heavy. 30-second reset before we get into our final 10 minutes of some lower body stretches up next. Get one more breath here. Coming into our tabletop position, we're gonna get some hip circles similar to what we do in our down dog. We're not gonna do it as intense as we've done in the past, but we're gonna get 3 hip circles each direction. So here we go, starting with our right knee. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Squeeze your glute, and I'm using about 10% effort. I'm trying to keep that low back nice and still. Knee comes to my elbow, and then reverse directions, open that hip. So in the past, we've done these really intense. This is just enough to feel the glute, feel the core working. Second circle coming up, squeezing the glute, opening the leg to the side, little uncomfortable, abs and glutes are working. And then open that right knee to the side, another circle here. A little bit of sweating, a little bit of shaking. Knee comes to the chest, one more hip circle, squeeze the glutes, toe is pointed, hips stay nice and level. Knee comes to that elbow to the chest, and then one more circle, opening up that side. Replace that knee and then switching to the left side. Knee comes to the chest, point the toe, nice flat back the whole time. Squeeze the left glute, lifting the leg back, knee stays bent. Open the left knee to the side, left knee comes towards the elbow, to the chest. And reverse directions, open the knee to the side. Again, keep the hips nice and level, leg comes behind. Knee comes into the chest, 2 reps to go, abs are working, send that left leg back. Just about 20 to 30% effort. You should be shaking a bit, sweating just a bit. Halfway there, open to the reverse the directions on the second rep. Might be a little bit crampy, but we're just opening up that space. And last rep on the left side, sending that left leg back. Circling that leg around, working through that crampy spot. And reverse directions, last one the other way. Beautiful. Stepping the right foot through into a long lunge. We're going to get a full minute hold here, dropping down to the elbows as an option. Head hangs heavy. We're gonna do 3 1-minute poses on each side. So 3 poses on the right, 3 on the left. We will be complete for our full body day before our sound healing. 30 seconds to go. Allowing that back left hip to drop towards the floor. You allow yourself to melt 1 inch closer to the ground. One last breath on this right side. Simply send the leg back and switch to the left leg in front. Long lunge on the left, 1 minute hold on this side. You'll notice a lot of symmetry in today's practice, a lot of lefts and rights, alternating here. Finding the balance in your body, finding the balance in your breath. couple more breaths on this side. One last breath here. Sitting back onto the right leg, we'll do a right leg saddle and then a left leg saddle. Option 1, so heel outside of the hip. Option 1, tall saddle. Option 2, down on the elbows. Option 3, all the way flat on your back. 1 minute hold, starting now. The goal is to feel our quad, our hip flexor, lower back if you're in a lower position, but nothing through that kneecap. So if you feel that kneecap, just make sure to ease off the stretch, listen to your body, and otherwise, melt and surrender fully into the floor. Maybe close your eyes. Slowing down the breath towards the end of our practice here, our final 5 minutes. Just start to see with every breath is a new beginning, a new moment, a new second. Choosing that new breath again and again and again. Gently coming out of this right side saddle, swinging the leg around and switching to the left side, half saddle. Everything else is the same. Getting into your position, tall, medium, or low. 1 minute hold here. Continue the slow, deep breaths for 20 more seconds. You sink even deeper into that hip, into the floor. You let go of any control. And just allow yourself to be here now. One last breath. Gently coming up to the top, 2 final poses. Bend your right leg to meet at a figure 4 position. Inhale to reach up and exhale, forward fold. A gentle couple poses to end here. We spend these last 2 poses decompressing that lower back, that hip, that hamstring. Allow this to be a passive stretch and just notice all of the tension that has left your body. Taking one more breath on this side. Coming out of that side, last pose of the day. Other side, half forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, melt over that leg. Stretching out that lower left side of your back, that hamstring, that hip. Just breathe breathe that grace and compassion into yourself, into your body. One final breath here. Whenever you are ready, you can make your way into your Shavasana, your final resting pose, flat on your back, palms facing up to receive. And now would be a good moment to grab any props or water if you need anything. Just continue to stay grounded in your intention that you set at the beginning of class today. Feeling the weight of your body against the ground and staying fully present with your breath. We'll transition into our sound bath healing. And know that there is no certain breath you need to take. All you need to do is be open to receiving. Our intention for our Reiki-infused sound bath healing is going to be new beginnings and giving yourself grace along your journey in getting there. And we will begin. excited.